Have you ever met someone who talks a lot about how smart they are? But the smarter they sound, the less intelligent they actually seem? And then there's the opposite type: quiet, observant, always thinking. They don't announce their intelligence, but when they speak, people listen. Most of us were taught that IQ is about grades, exams, or how fast you solve math problems. But psychology tells a different story. Real intelligence shows up in everyday behavior, in the way you think, react, imagine, and even doubt yourself. So today, we're diving into the subtle psychological signs of high IQ, the kind most people never notice. By the end of this video, you might realize something surprising about yourself. But first, quick reminder: IQ isn't everything. Intelligence comes in many forms. This video isn't about superiority, it's about self-awareness and growth. Imagine two people reading the same headline. The first one says, "Wow, that's interesting," and scrolls. The second one pauses and asks, "Is that true? Who wrote this? What's missing?" High IQ people don't just absorb information, they interrogate it. They're naturally skeptical, not negative, but curious. Psychologists call this critical thinking, the ability to analyze instead of blindly accepting. If you often find yourself asking why, digging deeper, and refusing simple answers, that's not overthinking. That's intelligence at work. Smart minds don't chase certainty. They chase understanding. Here's something surprising. Highly intelligent people often enjoy solitude, not because they hate people, but because their mind needs space. Think about it. When you're alone, your brain starts wandering. You start playing conversations, imagining futures, solving problems, creating ideas. Psychologists found that people with higher cognitive ability feel less dependent on constant social stimulation. They don't need noise to feel alive. So if you're comfortable sitting quietly, thinking deeply, or working alone for hours, your mind is probably doing more than you realize. Solitude is where intelligent thoughts are born. Some people lock onto one interest for life, but high IQ individuals often jump between worlds. Today's psychology, tomorrow's space, next week, business or art or history. And why? Because intelligent minds crave novelty and connection. They don't just want information, they want patterns between ideas. You're not scattered, you're exploring. If you find yourself asking random questions like, how does the brain decide? Why do people lie? What makes someone successful? That curiosity is fuel for intelligence. Smart people are collectors of ideas. Let me tell you a short story. Two coworkers watch the same meeting. One says, "That was boring." The other says, "Did you notice how the boss avoided eye contact when money was mentioned?" High IQ people see beneath the surface. They recognize behavior patterns, emotional shifts, and social dynamics. Psychology calls this pattern recognition. If you often predict outcomes, sense tension before others, or connect dots subconsciously, your brain is running advanced calculations in the background. You don't just see events, you see systems. Here's a paradox. The less intelligent someone is, the more confident they feel. The more intelligent someone is, the more aware they become of what they don't know. Psychologists call this the Dunning-Kruger effect. High IQ people don't say, "I know everything." They say, "I might be wrong." If you question your own beliefs, reevaluate decisions, and feel intellectually humble, that's not weakness. That's intelligence protecting itself from arrogance. High IQ individuals crave depth. They want to talk about ideas, motives, dreams. If your mind switches off during meaningless conversation, but lights up during deep discussion, it means your brain prefers substance over noise. You're not antisocial. You're mentally selective. Smart humor isn't loud. It's subtle and sarcastic. High IQ people often use wordplay or irony because humor requires fast thinking, emotional awareness, and creativity. To make someone laugh, you must understand how they think first. Life changes fast. New environments, new people, new problems. Some panic, but high IQ people adjust. Psychology calls this cognitive flexibility, the ability to shift thinking when situations change. If you learn fast, handle unfamiliar settings calmly, and reframe problems instead of freezing, your brain isn't rigid, it's fluid. Intelligence isn't knowing everything, it's adapting to anything. When something emotional happens, most people explode, but intelligent minds pause. They ask, what's really happening? High IQ people separate emotion from logic. They don't remove feelings, they manage them. If you notice yourself slowing down before reacting, considering consequences, and choosing words carefully, that's not silence. That's strategic intelligence. Low intelligence wants to look smart. High intelligence wants to learn. Smart people don't try to impress. They try to understand. People say overthinking is bad, but there's a difference between anxiety and analysis. High IQ minds simulate reality. They imagine outcomes, test ideas, play mental chess. If your brain runs scenarios automatically, it's not weakness, it's preparation. Smart minds rehearse life before life happens. High IQ individuals often feel misunderstood. Their humor, interest, and thinking style don't always match the crowd. If you've ever felt like your mind moves faster than conversations around you, that's common among intelligent thinkers. You're not strange, you're just tuned differently. Here's the truth: high IQ isn't about sounding smart. It's about curiosity, humility, awareness, adaptability, and depth. Intelligence whispers, it doesn't shout. So if you saw yourself in this video, don't feel special. Feel responsible. Because a sharp mind is only powerful when it's used well. If you want more psychology insight, hit subscribe and join the Mind Grid.